Hey everybody, I'm Jack, and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Hope you're all having a good Thursday out there, or you had a good Thursday out there. As I'm shooting these videos, I always think like, they won't even be watching this video for at least 6 or 7 hours, and the day will be over by then. I'm having a good Thursday. I'm just doing searches, doing research today on some different things. Not really food related, but anyhow, today I want to talk about blindly following raw food diet advice from experts. Guys, I do videos every day, so if you are not already subscribed to the channel, please, I beg you, go down and hit that red subscribe button now, then click on the little bell and check send notifications so you'll stay subscribed to the channel. Don't you do like the little air quotes, experts? I kind of say experts tongue-in-cheek because I do, you know, read some people, have been aware of some people for several years that, yeah, I guess they could be considered experts. The reason I kind of do the air quotes with experts is, are they really experts? Because there's not a whole lot of data on this stuff. There's a lot of flowery talk, like I was talking about with the woo-woo yesterday, and there is some stuff out there that is pretty good. You know, it gets closer to a little bit more scientific explanations, but just remember, everything you're seeing, it's not like a lot of subjects out there that we can, you know, of different, whatever subject it might be, where there's a lot of information, there's a lot of history with it. There's just not as much with this. And if you've picked up anything from my channel, you should have picked up after a while that I'm not a fan of just like, you know, here's my health and putting it in the hands of someone else. Ever since I've been doing this channel, one of the main things I've tried to stress is doing your own research and making your own decisions. Now, this is not like, I'm not telling you to throw all these people out. You know, in fact, I would encourage you to do the opposite. In the very beginning, especially, I would encourage you to read as many people's opinions. I mean, you know, really, actually, when I say people's, I'm talking more published. Maybe they didn't necessarily have a book on Amazon or whatever, but, you know, people that actually know what they're talking about. So get different opinions from the different factions, 80-10-10. Watch people that talk about 80-10-10. Watch people that talk about natural hygiene. Watch people that don't even talk about raw, that just talk about whole food plant-based diet, high carb diet. You know, read people like the foundational stuff, like I talked about yesterday too, Esselstyn and Caldwell Esselstyn, T. Colin Campbell, Dr. Greger, Brenda Davis for the raw, like I say, 80-10-10. There's a number of them out there, but pay attention to them and use reason. Don't fall in, don't read stuff or don't start listening to people, or you know, and I'm not saying don't listen to YouTube, but don't be swayed because you like a person's personality on YouTube or you like something or whatever. Go for the facts. Go for the facts and try to start tuning in early on and think about what makes sense to you. You know, I'm not Mr. Science. I don't do a lot of science videos. I can't keep a lot of the terminology straight in my head. As I've told you, I don't have much of a hard drive. But certain things just from the beginning have made sense to me, and certain things have not made sense to me. And plus, and here's yet another element to add in there, it doesn't necessarily mean like if something, like let's say I advocate something or I say it works for me, maybe it doesn't work for you exactly the same way. So what I'm getting at there is, especially in the beginning, sample a lot. Open your mind up. Just open your mind up. Don't have any preconceived notions. That's the biggest problem. People generally get a little introduction into this plant-based raw world wherever they tend to land, and they tend to stick with the one source that brought them in, the one person they saw the first time on YouTube, the first group they ever went to, but they just stick with the same mentality, food philosophy, just almost like out of a stubborn cultish type you know, vibe more than anything else. Make reasonable decisions. Make clear, logical, unemotional decisions. Don't let personalities get into it. Don't let anything else get into it other than what makes sense to you. Just the facts. Just absorb the different facts, take them in, process them. And your body is, and also too, like I've always liked to joke, this is the science experiment. I study, I, take in new ideas, Then I step back and I apply them to my body. And then I observe, how does this work? That's basically how I've hacked and tweaked this thing along the way to where I am today. And I just, listen, no, I can't sit here and spit the science and have a next level, deep level discussion on this stuff, but I know what my body knows. I know how I feel. I know my decision-making process, and I just kind of see, you know, how it's evolved through this almost 7 years. But, you know, I'm sorry. And for me, and maybe like I say, maybe it's not like the big picture, like they're wrong, but maybe it's just wrong for me. I see holes in almost all of the experts, all your holy people, and it's kind of funny. You know I'm a smart ass. I'm sorry if I'm hurting your feelings, but when you come to me with that bright, the kind of bright light eyes, and you know I can tell you're all in love with your guru and whatever, I'm just like, I see holes in your guru. There's holes in all these experts, and a lot of the holes in them, in my humble opinion, is their belief system. And a lot of times also too their arrogance in believing my way is the only way. But I think that gets into other issues other than just straight belief of what's good for our health. Now, just like I said, it's arrogance. We're involving the egos. Now I'm not just wanting to share information with you to help you that I think to be good information to pass along, but now I have a stake. I want you to listen to me. I want you to follow me. I want you to respect me to the exclusion of these other people. So, you know, to push myself up further, I have to knock all these other people. I can't think there's as much discord out there as there is just over the actual food itself. You know, a lot of people are fighting for a piece of the pie because of all the dollars that are spent in this industry. Some people, like I say, just go straight, I'll just keep saying it, ego. It stokes their ego to be the one with the best knowledge, to be the one that people follow the most, to be the one that the people follow blindly. I say screw all that. I don't want anybody to ever follow me blindly. You're insane if you follow me blindly. I want you to check out everything. And plus, like I say, I don't go all in. I've never told you like this is what, the way I'm doing it, this is what you should be doing. If you're not eating like me, you're rather pretty stupid. No. You're not me. You haven't lived in my circumstances. You don't live in my circumstances now. So I would consider that asinine to try to, you know, like sit here and preach to do what I do, when half the time I second guess myself a bit. Like when I'm in these modes where I'm getting the questions constantly, is that all you do is eat ice cream and smoothies and this and that? And I'm like, yeah, that's really all I'm doing right now. But you know, you have to be the person. I'm going to say that, I'm going to say that, I'm going to say that until I'm not doing these videos anymore. You are the expert, and stop being lazy and stop putting it all on somebody else. Go do your research. I'm telling you, Google and YouTube are your friends. You can learn anything on there. Anything. Just randomly go there. You don't even need to have a motive. Just go there if you don't believe me and just randomly ask questions. What's the fastest land animal? What is this? What is that? Hey, what kind of tree grow? Okay, where are you right now? Wherever you are. Like I'm in Alabama. I can go in there right now and say, trees and plants indigenous to Alabama, birds indigenous to Alabama. You see what I'm getting at? You can just start, you can hone these things, and you don't have to sit around and wait, because getting your information from other people like we used to 25 years ago is inefficient. It's slow. By the time you've gone to, let's say you go to a group. Let's say the average person that I'm watching doing this thing, they'll watch a few videos and they'll ask a question to each YouTuber on that. They'll go into 2 or 3 groups in Facebook and they're asking questions there, and then they'll go back and they're sitting around on with their thumbs up their arses, and the answers are right in front of them. They're sitting there in front of that computer with the phone, waiting for this person, waiting for this random opinion to jump out there, when they have the most powerful sources in the world at their hands. We've got libraries. I mean, you know, this is like amazing that, like, I don't have my extra phone with me, but if I'm holding my phone, we've got all the libraries in the world. We've got all the resources in the world within our hands. So why would you put everything into one person? You know, open your eyes and realize the power within you to decide and know how to feed yourself, instead of being a baby bird that's always looking to somebody else for what do I need? What do I need? Give me my mental nutrition, give me my daily bread, whatever. Do it yourself. You know, anyhow, just my opinion. I'm never going to never be part of this expert guru up on a pedestal. This person knows. It's raw food. It's eating food without cooking it. It ain't molecular brain science or whatever. I don't even think that's a thing. But anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed this one today. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.